Today we are going to make beef stock in the pressure canner and then actually can it. It is 1:20 p.m. This takes quite a while. I've already been working about an hour because I went to the store and got everything out and chopped it. I have 2.5 pounds of organic carrots along with carrots from my yard. I have onions from my yard. This is asparagus that we had last night for dinner, and it's the tips. This is organic celery from the store. I thought I'd just go ahead and buy organic because with the amount you get from it, you might as well. And then leek from the grocery store. This is a backstrap, I think, from an old cow, as my dad called it. So it was tough, and he had recommended pressure canning it anyway, so I'm going to use it in the stock. These are 2 porterhouse bones. We had Father's Day dinner yesterday, and we had porterhouse. And then for the seasoning, I am using pickling salt because they say it makes things, gives better clarity. About 10 bay leaves, some just store-bought dried oregano. Then this is lemon thyme out of my yard, silver thyme, and parsley. And I don't have the pepper out, but we're going to put it all down in here. I left the rack in the bottom so that it won't scorch because it'll be pretty high heat. Here we go. Everything has been added. I put 12 quarts of water in here, cold water. I'm not sure what the rule is on how full you can fill your pressure canner. I wanted to keep going, but it didn't feel right. You may have noticed I did not put garlic in this. One time I made veggie stock and I put garlic in the water, and it just gave it this strong, pungent smell and flavor, and I didn't like it. I also usually make my stock in just a boiling pan and just boil it for a long time. But last year I tried chicken stock in the pressure canner, and it made it really golden and beautiful. So I'm trying that with all my stocks this year. The air is starting to spew out this little hole. So I put on the weight at 15 pounds. I generally turn it down a bit. Just let it cook at pressure for a while. It is now 2:34. It has been in the pressure canner for 2 hours now. It's 4:44. Simmering down. It is now 8:48 p.m. Time has gone by. I can touch it. It's still hot. I had it on 15 pounds of pressure for 2 hours, and now we're going to have the unveiling. And here is what we have. Let me get a little... Oh yeah, that is beautiful. It's very mushy. I want all the flavor cooked out of everything in there, including, there's that giant chunk of meat. Oh, tender. Tough. But here it is. I am now going to pour it through this. I generally pour it through 2 or 3 times with cheesecloth, but I'm just going to start by getting the chunks out. Looks beautiful. This step is pretty interesting, and it's the first time I've done this, but so I had everything was up here, and I squeezed the juice out of every bit of it. It looks like maybe what they serve in Orange is the New Black. Or you could maybe make some dog food out of it. One thing I'm impressed with is that these bones just fell apart and they're brittle and chunks came off, and that makes me think that the marrow hopefully came out. But see, I took the wads, well, they were carrots and things and meat, and I just squeeze. We are ready for hopefully the last screening. Some people don't do this, but I do. It gets just those little final chunks out. I think it makes it look prettier, and with it being a meat product, I like it to look pretty in the jars. Makes it more appealing to use. Here's what the cheesecloth looks like afterwards. It got so clogged with the residue that I had to kind of move it around. I don't know, that probably has some of the marrow in it, but that would look pretty gross at the bottom of each jar. And it's probably carrot goodness, celery. Back into the stock pan. That's beautiful. We're ready. I'm wiping all of the rings really well. It has some bubbles at the top. In my jam, I put just a little bit of butter in, and that keeps it from foaming, they call it, but I've never noticed that before on my stock. And it has some fat at the top. I'm not willing to get rid of that. I've heard before you can be at risk of that coming up there and breaking your seal, but the last couple of times I've left it, I kind of like it because the fat tastes so good. Yeah, gives the soup that glossy, the glossy bubbles on top. Okay, we're ready.
Eat steak, eat a big old steer. Eat steak, do we have one deer? Eat beef, it's a mighty good food. It's a great meal when I'm in the mood.
I just opened the canner. I had to let it cool for a long time. It is now 1:15 a.m. It's morning time. I went to bed about 2.
It's a mighty good food. It's a great meal when I'm in. Eat meat, filet mignon. Eat meat, eat it all day long. Eat a few T-bones till you get your fill. Eat a New York cut, hot off the grill. Eat steak, eat a big old steer. Eat steak, do we have one deer? Eat beef, it's a mighty good food. It's a great meal when I'm in the mood. Eat a cow, cause it's good for you. Eat a cow, it's a thing that goes moo.